Hare Krishna. Om Chakshurmilitam Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Vishnu Krishna Krishnaya Bhutale Srimate Vedanta Swami Namani. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Nirvisesh Punyavadi Paschat Deshatharini. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasa Guru Bhaktivinoda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So we'll continue our discussion on this topic. So yesterday we were discussing how the identification causes the problem. I'll just share the screen for you because this is a very important topic to little bit well. This is actually the foundation to know these things very clearly. Just share the screen. So here we see the first understanding that identity, wrong identity, is cause of suffering. That we see in the case of Arjuna also. So Arjuna was wrongly identifying. So we discussed yesterday example, the story of a person whose house is burning. Sorry. So there are some internet issues. Just a minute. So we were discussing about this person whose house is burning. Now, when he identified it is my house, he was feeling pain. When he's not identifying, he's not feeling pain. So now it is such a simple example, but that is what it happens. So for all of us, this is very much applicable. We should all know that how it is causing problem for us, and that's actually what Krishna is trying to help us understand. And I was telling about two Shaktis, Avarnatmika Shakti and Prakshepatmika Shakti. So Avarnatmika and Prakshepatmika. So these two you try to understand why these two are very much important. So here this is the covering energy. So because of this covering, what is happening is I am wrong. I am forgetting that I am soul. Forget our identity, right? Now, when Prakshepatmika Shakti, we wrongly identify. We are pulled actually. So we wrongly. So now, with this, if you go further, now when Atma Gyan is told, so when Krishna is telling you are not the body, you are spirit soul, so he is giving us identity, spirit soul. Now this part is clear. Avarnatmika Shakti, we are understanding. Now what about Prakshepatmika Shakti? Here you need karma, action. So this is our spiritual nature. This is our material conditioning. So we have spiritual nature also, we have mental condition. Both of us we have. Everybody of us we have both of them. We are we as spiritual nature we are Atma, Jivera Swarupa, and we are materially conditioned. Now we have to cure both the things. We have to get out of mental conditioning and get an identity and come back to spiritual nature. So for this we need knowledge, because this is Atma Gyan we need here. And to come out of mental conditioning we have to act. We have to act in such a way that this mental condition reduces. So both the things are needed. Just knowledge won't help us to come out of mental conditioning. Like we all know, we are not the body, spirit, soul. But how much it is helping? How much it is practical? It is not practical. In the say, we cannot come out of it just by knowing I am not the body, spirit, soul. We have to act. So here comes the action. So this is Jnana Yoga and this is Karma Yoga. So always there is Jnana and Karma. Jnana and Karma. So initially, until the material conditions are removed to a greater extent, we have to perform action. Then person can take sannyas. Then jnana can be completely practiced. Otherwise, not possible. Yeah. Now that's the reason when Krishna told the second chapter, Sankhya Yoga, this is called. When it called Jnana or Sankhya Yoga is same. So second chapter from 11th shloka to 30th shloka, again and again, Krishna is telling you are not the body, spirit, soul. But it does not make much difference even if you know it. That's why immediately from 31 to 38 and 39 to 53, Krishna is telling these two things. This is you do karma and how to do it. Right? So he's telling do in a detached way. You have to act, you have to do your duty. You're a Kshatriya, you do your duty. And how you do it in a detached way. That's what he tells here in this Karmanya Vadikarastha and all these slokas. So the point here we should understand that uh, theory won't work. This is theory in every we have in our science subjects and all. So we have theory and we have practical. You understand? So this is how it works. So why we have to act is because to get a realization that I am not the body, spirit, soul, we have to act. We have to use our material conditioning to understand our spiritual nature. So using material conditioning to understand spiritual nature. If people don't have the knowledge of spiritual nature, they're just acting under material conditioning, they'll remain under material conditioning. That's why we need to understand our spiritual nature also. You understand? This is the important point also. So both are needed. I will act according to my dharma. People say, na, I will act, I will do my duty. So I am doing my duty. Arey, you are doing your duty, but also you should understand your spiritual nature and do it. That's why we tell read Bhagavad Gita. People say, Arey Bhagavad Gita is telling you do your duty. I am doing na. Why I should read? No, no. You have to read Bhagavad Gita to understand your spiritual nature. Then only when you do your duty, you get that realization that oh, this is why I should do my duty. Then you get the realization. Realization of what? I am not the body, spirit, soul. You're understanding? This is why both jnana and karma both are needed. Now, in case of bhakti, this karma and jnana, they are having both are needed in bhakti also. Devotional service, it's not just simply meditating. Devotion is not meditation. Devotion is you have, in our case, what happens here? It changes in which way it changes? Here it changes that we get devotional knowledge. And then what we do? Devotional service. Right? So that's why we also read Shastra. We also engage in service. So reading Shastra and service. Now, important thing is, see, service is okay. I say I'll chant the holy name, chant holy name, right? Now we should know about the holy name properly. Then only we'll be able to chant the holy name. I say, array chanting is sufficient. Na, I'll only do service, but you should also know about the holy name. So knowledge is also important, so that we can chant with proper consciousness, proper state and offenses, all these things are there. So every time these two are connected, knowledge and action. So knowledge is in goodness, action is in passion. So these two modes are always there. We need to, for bhakti, it is transcendental, but in general, this goodness is we always have knowledge and we always have action to be performed. So we always have this need for action and need for knowledge and need to exist. This is Satchitananda, right? So the soul has Sat, Chit, and Ananda. So Chit is the knowledge part. This is the action part, and this is the existence. So these three are the requirement for all human beings. So these two parts now will always be there from the spiritual world, material world. We want to know and we want to act. We all, why there is the most important button in all our mobiles is search button. Why search button is most important? Because we are interested in knowledge, because we have this feature of search, right? So we are interested in knowledge. That's why there is search button. And then we all want to act because we have this Ananda feature. We want to experience things. Action to experience things. We want to know things and we want to experience things. Like people are sitting in front of TV or internet. They want to know new things, because knowing new things also gives one type of the feature which gives us pleasure, and then experiencing is also another thing which gives us pleasure, like that. So what I'm telling is both, it is all connected. So initially I told now avarnatmika and prakshapatmika. So it's all connected in the sense, one is we are forgetting our identity, we need knowledge. The second is we are uh, pulled by this prakshapatmika, that means wrongly identifying. So we need to do karma, which is giving material conditioning, and then we have jnana, which is making us. So in bhakti also, we need to read properly, hear properly, then only our quality of service will also be better. Otherwise, the quality reduces. So both is needed. So when Krishna is telling Arjuna to fight, why he is telling to fight? So he told Avaranatmika Shakti, he helped Arjuna to come out of Avaranatmika Shakti, telling your identity. So, and then he is telling, do duty to overcome prakshapatmis. That's why both the things are needed. That's how karma and jnana are connected. And now this identity, na, this always is changing for us. That's why we are having confusion. So I gave the example. Like I am a father, I am a mother, I am a daughter, I am a sister, I am a wife, I am a mother, I am a daughter, I am a sister, I am a wife, I am a mother, I am a daughter, I am a sister, I am a wife, I am a mother, I am a daughter, I am a sister, I am a wife, I am a mother, I am a daughter, I am a sister, I am a wife, I am a mother, I am a daughter, I am a sister, I am a wife, I am a mother, I am a daughter, I am a sister, I am a wife, I am a mother, I am a daughter, I am a sister, I am a wife, I am a mother, I am a daughter, I am a sister, I am a wife, I am a mother, I am a daughter, I am a sister, I am a wife, I am a mother, I am a daughter, I am a sister, I am a wife, I am a mother, I am a daughter, I am a sister, I am a wife, I am a mother, I am a daughter, I am a sister, I am a wife, I am a mother, I am a daughter, I am a sister, I am a wife, I am a mother, I am a daughter, I am a sister, I am a wife, I am a mother, I am a daughter, I am a sister, I am a wife, I am a mother, I am a daughter, I am a sister, I am a wife, I am a mother, I am a daughter, I am a sister, I am a wife, I am a mother, I am a daughter, I am a sister, I am a wife, I am a mother, I am a daughter, I am a sister, I am a wife, I am a mother, I am a daughter, I am a sister, I am a wife, I am a mother, I am a daughter, I am a sister, I am a wife, I am a mother, I am a daughter, I am a sister, I am a wife, I am a mother, I am a daughter, I am a sister, I am a wife, I am a mother, I am a daughter, I am a sister, I am a wife, I am a mother, I am a daughter, I am a sister, I am a wife, I am a mother, I am a daughter, I am a sister, I am a wife, I am a mother, I am a daughter, I am a sister, I am a So here when we are all the problems is because of our identification only. So we are wrongly identifying and we lose our identities. Somebody he was fired from the job. Now he can get another job, but for him, the main problem is not another job. The main problem is he lost his identity. Lost job is lost identity. You are understanding? So that is causing more problem. If he loses, say, very dear person, if he loses his wife, then he lost the identity of husband. Now he may be happy, that some may feel sad because he lost the identity of a husband. So that is where the problem is coming because we have wrong identifications. Always it is causing pain. So wrong identification is because of ignorance. And ignorance is to overcome ignorance, we need knowledge. You are seeing how it is all connected. And then to realize this knowledge, realize the knowledge, we need action. We need sadhana actually. So sadhana in the sense you have to act properly. If you are in a bhakti, we do sadhana. Otherwise, if you are in a nishkam karma yogi, you do duty. Duty, dharma, all these things. This is all to realize the knowledge, to overcome ignorance, so that we get our real identity. So this is a very simple understanding. And I am revising you the second chapter of Bhagavad Gita. But in a we should understand it, this concept also. So I thought it will be helpful for you. Hope it is helping also. So here we will come back to the purpose. Of course, Prabhupada has uh, given very nice understanding of this sections. We will just try to just take this analysis. So here the Prachetas, King Prachanibarhina, as soon as he understood his identity, immediately he went for his sadhana, he left. Of course, that without much sadhana also people may get realized because they already have that much credits. That is the advantage. If somebody has already did sadhana in the sense he worked in purifying his heart, for him it becomes easy to get out of the family life and practice spirituality. If we rightly get the association, like we see some of Prabhupada disciples are they are before coming to Krishna consciousness also they are very practicing certain things. So when they got contact with Prabhupada, immediately they were very seriously practicing. How was it possible? Because some may have Sukruti, Bhakti Sukruti, but some didn't had also. Prabhupada gave them, Prabhupada says, but they had one thing, they were working on some sadhana. So sadhana always helps, whichever direction a person is going. So we should understand this very clearly. We have to act properly according to dharma. That's why in Vedic culture, why people are told do your dharma, because that actually helps them to come to a proper state, mm, a proper state of mind, and that will be helpful for what do you say for their growth spiritually. So doing our duty always helps us to grow spiritually. So that should be understood. And it was easy for Narada Muni to preach for somebody who is a little sincere. So So I'll just share the screen for you. Share in the verse 20 in this section. So we'll just see what actually Supreme Lord is giving instructions to Prachetas, and the reason he is telling, main reason is pleased because of their cooperation, not because of their austerities. So this is also another important thing we have to observe that. Yeah, we'll just take last two verses. He says that. Therefore, you will develop unadulterated devotional service unto me and be freed from all material contamination at the time, being completely unattached to material enjoyment in the so called heavenly planets as well as in the hellish planets. You will return home back to Godhead. And this is actually what we are all aspiring for. Somehow managed to go back. And then next one, he said that you have to marry those who are engaged in auspicious activities in devotional service certainly understand that ultimate enjoyer or benefactor of all activities is the Supreme Lord. You see here, uh, he's what he's talking about, same thing. So when you are engaged in activities, when you are engaging in activities, what is happening? You get an understanding. So this is action, this is realization. You're seeing? If you act in devotional service, you understand that ultimate enjoyer or benefactor of all activities is the Supreme Lord. So we get this realization only when we act. Thus, when one acts, he offers the results to the Supreme Lord. So here, how to do action? How to do action? So I was telling, na, you should know you have to act according to duty, and how to do that duty, offer the results to Supreme Lord, and past life always engaged in the topics of the Lord. Even though such a person may be participating in family life, he is not affected by the results of his actions. So it's very clear. So that's why Bhagavad Gita is like very Yajnartha Karmano Anyatra Lokoyam Karma Bandhana. You see how to act. This is third chapter. So how to act. The whole third chapter is action only because Arjuna got confused in second chapter. He didn't understand. So and then this whole topic is about that only. How actually all shlokas if you see. Ihayasya hare dase karmana manasagira nikhilasya sapstasu jivan muktasya uchite. So if one engages in devotional service throughout his life, so if you are doing this action throughout his life with what? Wealth, words, intelligence and everything, he will always be liberated in any condition. Such a person is Jivan Mukta. So he is getting this realization. He is able to be. So this is what. And next look also. Sri Hari Sevaya Haya Anukula Vishaya Bhaliya Tyage Haya Bhuliya. So and then Tasmad Asaktasya Satatam Karyam Karma Samachara Asakto hi Acharan Karma Param Apnoti Purusha. Therefore, without being attached to the fruits. So this is again Krishna is telling the same thing. How not to act and how to act. One should act as a matter of duty. So you this is how to act again. By working without attachments, one attains supreme. So you get this realization. So Prabhupada in the third chapter Bhagavad Gita specifically considers material activities for the purpose of sense gratification and material activities for the purpose satisfying supreme law. The conclusion is that these are not one and the same. Material activity for sense gratification are the cause of bondage. Activity for satisfaction of Krishna are liberated. So why see what is the main difference also we should understand here. Here uh, action is same only na, both are acting only, but what is satisfaction of material sense gratification, Material activity for sense gratification and activity for satisfying Supreme Lord. Where the difference comes? This comes with the knowledge. So this is where the difference comes. Action is there, but he's like even say, "Arey, you are also eating. We are also eating." Both are eating only. Na eating is common. Eating is common. But what is the difference? The understanding is difference, and this comes with knowledge, right? So I'm just trying to make, and then the all the names of great personalities are given here by Prabhupada. Then the next verse says that always engaging in the activities of devotional service, devotees feel very increasingly fresh and new in all their activities. So if you are always in devotional activities, devotees feel ever increasingly fresh and new in all their activities. The all knowing super soul within the heart of the devotees makes everything increasingly fresh. Nava Navayamanam. So everything is fresh for him. This is known as Brahman position by the advocates of absolute truth. In such a liberated state, one should one is never bewildered, nor does one lament or becomes unnecessarily jubilant. This is due to Brahma Bhuta situation. Brahma Bhuta situation is what? He is in a different identity. So this is actually what is happening. He is no more identifying with the body. See? So that's why no lamentation or unnecessarily jubilant. Both are not there. No pain. He's never bewildered. So there is no suffering, right? So very clear. If you are not identifying with the body, so that's why you are in a Brahma Bhuta stage. And this is actually what we should aspire for. Prabhupada, a devotee is inspired by the super soul within the heart to advance in devotional service in a variety of ways. The devotee does not feel hackneyed or stereotyped, nor does he feel that he is in a stagnant position. Like I'm chanting now, after 20 years also I should chant, after 30 years also I should chant. So, will I not feel bored or not feel hackneyed or stereotyped? No, you'll not feel. Why? Because Krishna is always increasing, Krishna is always fresh. That is the reason. And we are in connect with Krishna, we always feel fresh. He is always like we give the example, na? Like when Krishna sees that Radharani loves him and she is loving so much, then Krishna feels, oh, how can she love me so much? That means I should be qualified for her love. I will become more beautiful, more handsome. So he increases his beauty. And then Radharani seeing the beauty of Krishna, she starts loving more. And then Krishna thinks, oh, she's loving more. I should be qualified for her love. And he increases. And she increases. So both there is eternally the competition is going on between Krishna and Radharani, and their beauty and love are eternally increasing. So spiritual world, it looks like I am doing the same activity, but every time you do the same activity, the love and the intensity, it's all increasing between the devotees there. So it's not same. Like same thing. Prabhupada is giving in material world, if you engage in chanting a material name, you will feel tired after chanting a few times. However, one can chant Hare Krishna mantra all day and night, never feel tired. As chanting is increasing, of course, never feel tired has a conditions apply. When you are doing effortless chanting and when you are proper understanding of chanting, both the things are there. So when you will not feel tired, you say Broji 16 ounce only tired. So proper knowledge of holy name plus not committing offenses. No. So kintu adharad anudinam kalusaiva jishta. So adharad is there. So with proper respect and regularly we are performing. So it's a proper respect and regularly. So then this is possible. We'll not feel tired. As chanting is increased, it will come out new and fresh. Srila Rupa Goswami said that if he could somehow get millions of ears and tongues, then he could release spiritual bliss by chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So another thing is proper association. So what happens by this? Like, seeing that. Bhagavad Gita